Hi kindergartners, welcome back for week 6 of Learning with Mrs. Richards. Remember, you're doing awesome in that Think Stretch book and you're getting smarter every time you do a page in it. By now, you know exactly what to do. You start your week with your reading response journal, you color in a fence post, and you read a book. I'm not going to tell you how to do this every time for every day because you already know how to do it. So just remember, every day be reading in here and recording it. We're going to start this week with writing a letter to someone. It says you can choose to write a letter to your grandma, a tooth fairy, or a friend, or someone else. So I wrote a letter to my friend because with all of us having to stay at home, I bet you miss some people, and I miss people too. And so I wrote one to my friend Danielle, and this is what it says. When we start letters, we start with the word dear. Dear, and then we put the name of our friend, and then we put a little comma because we're taking a break. Dear Danielle, and then I wrote her a sentence. It says, I miss you, and I really do, so I put an exclamation mark. I hope I can see you soon, and I put a period to end that sentence. From, you put a comma after the word from. Mrs. Richards. Now, if we look at my letter, I'm starting my sentences with an uppercase I, but I is also always uppercase by itself. Anyways, that's why it's uppercase over there. I have good finger spaces between my words. And I make sure to end with a period or different type of punctuation, like over here an exclamation mark. And I make sure that all of my other letters that aren't the first letter or the word I, that they're all lowercase. Dear is the beginning of our story, so we do need an uppercase D for dear, and I do need an uppercase D for my friend Danielle, because that's her name, but all the other letters are lowercase. Remember, every letter's lowercase except the first letter of the sentence or someone's name or the word I. So, keep working hard on that letter. This will probably take you a little bit of time today. There's a lot of lines for it. And then you draw a picture to go with it. On the next day, you're going to do an A, B, C, dot to dot. This is fun. You start with A and you go all the way to Z. Now, in order to not miss any letters, let's practice saying our alphabet, not singing it. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. And then you can color your little brain here. And there's lots of extra white space. I always like to do stuff with extra white space. You could put colors behind his brain. You could put words all around him that you know, sight words, and fill it up and show how smart you are. You could practice writing about the brain and write a sentence about the brain and how the brain is an important part of our body. It's what helps us think, and you could write what you know about it. So I would encourage you to do something with this extra white space around him and either decorate it more or write words or sentences, something to take up all of the whole page. You can do it. On the next day, it's a number grid. And I know you've worked on writing your numbers. Writing your numbers to 100 is fun. They already did some of them for you, but you have to fill in the missing ones. And then you have to go through and color by twos. It says color yellow. I didn't have a yellow crayon down here in my craft area, but so I just circled by twos, and twos are even numbers. That means if you count by twos, those are all the even numbers. So if you had two of something, you could break it in part equally. So look at this. I have two. That's an even number right there. Two glass beads. I can break it apart. One for me and one for you. It might say 4. So we go 2, 4, 6, 8. Those are all counting by twos. 4 is also an even number. If you had 4 of something, I have 4 shells here. Put my glass beads away. I can break it in part evenly. I have 2 shells, you have 2 shells. That's an even number. And you keep going until you get all the way to 100. Let's practice counting to 100. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. That's as far as I went. But now we have to keep going. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. That would be right there. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. So you got to fill in all those missing numbers. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. When we count by tens, all the tens will be down in this column here. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80. 81, that's going to be right over here. 82, 83, 84, 85, 86. There was 85. 87, 88, 89, 90. 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. So if I know this whole section down this side is counting by tens, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, they already did 70, 80, 90, 100. We can practice singing counting by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. We got to 100 down there. So my handwriting was a little bit sloppy when I was writing upside down. There, I think that looks a little bit better, huh? Okay. When you finish that hard work, the next day is some math number words work. It's going to ask you some questions about numbers. Mom and Dad might have to read the questions for you, and then you have to put in the answer. So I want you to write down the answer, not your parents, because you know your numbers. What number comes before 63? Well, if you don't know what comes before 63, you should go back and look at this page that you did the day before, and you'll have to find your 63 on here and see what comes right before it. Let's do a practice one. What number comes before 19? Well, there's 19 right there. What comes before 19? 18. That's a good practice one. Then, when you're doing this, you'll be able to figure out the answers if you use that number grid from the day before. What number comes after 82? No, you'll have to go back if you don't know the answer. Look at your number grid, find 82 and see what comes after it. Let's do a practice one. Here's 15. What comes after 15? 16. Good work. The last day is a bonus activity, and it's about a calendar. There's lots of questions down here in a calendar for you to use. Your parents are going to ask you the questions, and you have to use the calendar to figure out the answers. Let's sing our days of the week song like we sing in school. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, then we start again. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then our week is done. I hope you're having so much fun each week doing these Think Stretch books, and I can't wait to see you all again. Bye, friends.